G'day and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to prune Grevilleas. Tools of the trade we're going to be using today are these Fiskars shears, some loppers and some Falco secateurs. First plant we're pruning today is this beautiful yet spiky Grevillea unbellulata from Western Australia. As you can see here, it's starting to take over a bit because I've got another young plant here. It's starting to creep over the path a bit too much, so not to worry. All I'm going to do is probably bring it back about a foot in diameter in some areas and about possibly half a foot over the top. I've got my shears, so I'm just going to start bringing the plant back a little bit here. So just nothing fancy, just a bit of a snip, and I just sort of clean that out as I go. There we go. Now you can prune your Grevilleas any time of the year. Generally the rule of thumb is to prune them once they've finished flowering. I try not to prune them on a 40-degree day or in freezing cold temperatures because the plant may get a little bit of shock. I generally sterilise my tools every once so often before I'm going to prune. I just use a little bit of metho and I give the blades a bit of a wipe down and clean. As you can see now, I've given it a bit of a chop back around the edge. Now I'm just going to give it a bit of a shear over the top. That's about it for that plant. It's sort of nicely shaped, not too perfect. I didn't want to make it into too much of a perfect ball or a square or anything like that. It's just a bit of a prune, and this plant will be nice, kept nice and compact and flower really well next spring. This plant here is my Grevillea polybotria with the beautiful blue foliage, another plant from WA, but as you can see, it's getting swallowed up a bit by some of the plants around it, and it's finished flowering. So we're going to cut those spent flower heads off, shape up the plant a little bit, and I'm also going to take back some of the vegetation around it just to give it a bit of airflow, etc. This not only helps give this plant more of a boost, more light and plenty of energy to thrive, it also, by pruning the plants back surrounding this one, will help prevent pest infestation and disease, etc. And I'm using the secateurs for this one. I'm going to start by just chopping these spent flower heads off here. I always just try and chop the branch back to, I'll chop this branch back to the next little branches that are coming out of the stem here. Just on a bit of a 45-degree angle, just like that. All right, see those two little branches here? I'm going to bring that one back to here. There we go. This one here, that whole bit's going to come off there. Yep. Always trying to leave a bit of foliage on the stem as well. I'm going to bring that one back a bit there. This one up here, that whole branch is coming off. As you can already see, it's starting to take a bit of shape and look refreshed already. I probably should be wearing gloves for this too, but I'll be pulling Grevillea spikes out of my fingers later on, possibly. I'm used to that now. But yeah, so I'm just removing some of the branches and scrub that's around this Grevillea to give it a bit more airflow and room to grow. Okay, so there we go. So you can see that plant is shaped up nicely and it will be ready to flower really well for next spring. All right, for this one we're going to use the loppers. Now, the main stem of this Grevillea, this is Grevillea nivea, the main stem of it is over this way, and this branch here is coming out a lot further than the rest of the bush. So I'm a little bit concerned that if we get a really windy day and this tree, this Grevillea keeps growing rapidly, this branch could snap and ruin the plant. So I'm going to just take a bit of weight off this branch with the loppers. So I'm just going to keep reducing a bit of weight as I go off here. You can see that bit of branch there. I'm going to take that off. There we go. Reducing the weight bit by bit is the way to go, I reckon. So there's another branch. How much more we got to go? All right, a bit more. That bit off. That branch off there. Once again, we are still cutting back to the next branch that's coming out. So we're still shaping it up as we go. Okay, that branch. Right there. And then I'll just show you this one more branch here we're going to do. So you can just see the angle I'm doing that cut on there. And if there's any cuts like that one that I just did there, which it tore the bark a bit, I'm just going to come in with the secateurs and just clean that cut up a bit. So I'm just going to drop the branch back a little bit more with a much cleaner cut. There you go, like that. So as you can see, that branch is angled out and pointing out to where I want it to grow. Take a little bit of weight off this one up here too. There we go. I usually stand back a bit and have a look at the, the overall balance of the plant. Is there any more that I need to cut off? That sort of thing. I'm quite happy with that at the moment. I may take a little bit more off here later on. This is a young Grevillea Eriostachya that I've grafted and it's growing really well. But as you can see here, there's some flowers that are finished on here, but you can also see some more fresh buds developing on these branches. So if I take the spent flower stems off, the energy of the plant will be put into these buds and this plant might still keep flowering for a while longer. We're just going to prune off the spent flowers once again, just on a 45-degree angle, just like that. There, that one. There. See these little shoots here? We're just going to trim that spent flower head off there. Down here, we're going to take that branch off there. It can be quite therapeutic at times when you're pruning your plant. See, this one now is shaped up nicely and it may continue to keep flowering for a while longer yet. So there we go, just showing you the after results once I've pruned back those Grevilleas. That's the nivea, where I took the big bit of the branch off here that was smothering this part of the garden. So the plant's much more upright and growing in proportion the way that I want it to grow. Over here is the Grevillea umbellulata. As you can see, I've got a bit of room down here with the path now, and that plant is sort of neatly shaped up. And this one, my Grevillea polybotria here with the blue foliage, has been deadheaded and shaped up nicely. and some of the plants around it, I've given them a bit of a prune to give it a bit more airflow. If you have any questions about pruning your Grevilleas, feel free to drop a line in the comments. Share a like, and don't forget, most importantly, subscribe to Binchy's Garden on my channel, and we'll catch you again next time.